Disclaimer: the following video is an uncut version of one that was previously uploaded in separate parts to accommodate YouTube's 15-minute limit for non-verified users. With the video being old, there may be some statements which I don't stand by or regret making. Please keep that information in mind. And as usual, this video contains content which is unsuitable for a young audience, and please do not harass any users I mention here. With that done, roll it.
Hi! It's Candyland! Yummy! Yum! Yum!
Mommy! Save me! Hello viewers, and beautiful boating dependent beautiful here. How was your holiday? For mine, I've gotten a more powerful desktop computer. Well, as long as an Intel i3 processor and 8GB of RAM is considered powerful. But seriously, this is a major upgrade from the other two computers I have. You also might notice the different effects in the intro. This video is being edited with Cyberlink Power Director 14, which even with its many glaring faults is a colossal step up from my Windows Movie Maker days. However, this may be one of the only videos I make utilizing it as a serious editor, as I intend on migrating to HitFilm Express soon. Still, you all get a taste of slightly increased production values. With that said, time to present the target for today. Some prominent Speakonia figure called Straw Hat Pirate 1991 is back. Yes, overly detailed username, I know. This is a guy I can't stand too much content-wise, especially because he shoves his vendettas for certain internet cultures in every video. He also has a bit of a foot fetish too, so gross. Anywho, he did a list of 10 of the worst people of 2017, which shows off his biggest vendettas loudly. I had a tough choice on two videos to tackle made by the same person, but this one won because, well, it's nearing the end of the year. Worth noting that the original list was made back in September, yet quite early to jump to a year scale list. Anyways, I'll stop stalling now and get to the video at hand. 4:3 aspect ratio? What the hell year is this? 2007? Good to know I have better tools now so I can put this on a background like the interjections I make. Or I could stretch it, but because the aspect ratio changes here, I'm sticking with a background.
Hello, everybody.
Oh shit, it's Strawberry Head Kid with a Windows error icon on his hat. Seriously, is that just me? It looks like the Windows Red X icon.
I know it's a little early to do a video like this.
You're telling me? 3 goddamn months too soon.
First up on my little list is disowned 5.
I get that this is a relatively minor pet peeve, but your booing sound effect is the slightest bit too long. 9 seconds to be exact. If used only a few times, it would build up tension. It might show that you hate them more than the others. Thing is, you use this sound effect for all 10 of the contenders untrimmed. I know your community can be a smidge too reliant on the past when this actually was seen as funny, but for me, it's repetitive as all hells. So yeah, I'll cut out all of the ever booing cues to make this as cohesive as I can.
What can I say about this channel that many other people probably haven't said about it already?
Nothing really. And I'm getting on you for not even trying. Strangely enough, this is one of the only explanations that isn't chock full of stupid. Okay, not completely, there's this part.
Cody Martin, if you're watching this video.
Why would Cody watch a rambling 26-year-old weeb with the mouth of a sailor discuss his former stepdad?
Next up is Michelle Carter. Michelle Carter is one of those people who, if they ever get out of prison, you would like to beat the fucking shit out of, if they ever walk in your neighborhood.
I know a bunch of people like that, usually those that are not in prison. Doing that, however, likely will give you and your community a bad name, or your neighborhood itself shuns you for your actions. Okay, I get that this is most likely a joke or something like that, but Speakonia, it's hard to tell. Also, he carries a lot of big biases, so I'm not too sure. As evident later.
Michelle Carter has been arrested for encouraging her boyfriend to kill himself and does absolutely nothing to stop it from happening. And what's her fucking sentence? 15 months in prison. 15 fucking months in prison. Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, we get that 15 months isn't that good of a prison sentence for online harassment of that scale. What do you propose then?
Who the fuck gives out a bogus sentence like that? Michelle Carter should be fucking executed.
What the shit? Execution? Are you out of your fucking mind, Straw Hat Pirate 1991? I get that the sentence should have been around twice as long, but believing she deserves the death penalty over some stalking and harassment is twisted and very questionable. Keep in mind that I personally don't have a positive view on the idea of the death penalty. Accepting serious acts of terrorism or too many repeat offenses, what good is the death penalty?
I'll bet the judge is either black, female, a beta male pussy, or all of the above and felt sorry for her, because Michelle Carter happens to be a fucking woman.
Yeah, I am such a savior by assuming the judge was a person I believe my opposition adores so much.
I can hear the feminists, SJWs and liberals crying right now. She's a fucking woman. How dare you make a rant on her, you fucking sexist pig.
Okay, so we get Vendetta number 1. This is probably the most frequently shown and harshest one given off. His skewed perspective on liberals and Democrats, insinuating all of them are social justice warrior and communist types. This kind of trait many people on the far right hold is the opposite of doing good for humanity.
I don't give a fuck if she's a woman or not. She should deserve either life in prison or the fucking death penalty. Fuck, life in prison is too much of a nice sentence for this fucking cow to get.
Remember, this is over offenses about online bullying of his former boyfriend. I don't think you get how the criminal justice system works.
And don't send me the fucking pictures of her crying those fake stupid ass crocodile tears.
Thanks for giving me an idea for a way to push your buttons there. Genius move.
What she deserves is to have her fucking hair ripped off and be anally fucked by every lesbian prisoner.
Dude, we get that you absolutely dread Michelle by this point. Move the fuck on.
Okay. I gotta calm down. Who do we have next on my list? Ho. How do I know this son of a bitch would be on my list of people I really want to go the fuck away?
What does that sentence mean? Oh, never mind, it was misplaced. Dude, look over the video before you render it. Either that or fix your grammar to make it sound correct in context. I mean, for God's sake, this is Speakonia. You can fix those issues easily.
Phantom Strider is one of these virtue-seeking dipshits that never shut the fuck up about cartoons.
You're lumping him right next to a bunch of people who actually did commit crimes. Feel entitled to your own opinions, but I have a serious disagreement with your inclusion of Phantom Strider, coming from a guy who thinks he is kind of a crap reviewer. We also introduce his second vendetta, so-called cartoon justice warriors. I know that a lot of people in the animation community, people like Bellskipum and all that, can take cartoons a little bit out of proportion and a little bit too seriously, but to an extent, I don't really think Phantom Strider is really worthy of being on here, especially since there have been worse, including Enter, mind you, who is mentioned, but is only an honorable mention somehow.
He's basically what would happen if the mysterious Mr. Enter and Watch Mojo haven't protected sex while drunk at the alley of New York City, and this would be their bastard son.
Sharing the same opinion doesn't mean ripping off of somebody else. He very well might think the same about things Enter's reviewed before. Now, I cannot deny he plays it too safe with his thoughts, rarely bringing up any new information or perspectives, but under the same umbrella, these may actually be his opinions on cartoons and all that.
On my channel, I may do Speakonia owned and Drew Pickles Goes to videos, but I also do reviews, Hitler downfall parodies, and YouTube poops.
Which are pretty much the same thing each time, just with different coats of paint.
This dick-brained retard, on the other hand, doesn't even try to be original.
Neither do you. Your style is so derivative of the rest of the Speakonia community, you just mesh in, even though you're in worse shape than most of the others in the batch.
Phantom Strider, do us all a great big favor and get the fuck off of YouTube, get the fuck out of your mother's basement, get an education, and get a fucking job.
Shmoove! Shmoove are actually a pretty good band, actually. You should really check them out.
Oh, and did I mention that Phantom Strider is a raging Teen Titans Go hater and a diehard Sonic Boom fanboy?
Ooh boy. Vendetta number 3. Sonic Boom. Both the TV show and the game. It's not too obvious in this countdown, but as of late, he's been calling anyone who likes Boom or Mania to be a fanboy of said game. Or in Mania's case, he generalizes them as stereotypical Gen Xers. I really should knock down one of his stupid comment readings, which give it away much more. I'd be lying if I didn't have my biases towards Sonic, but nah.
In the words of the heavy weapons guy from Team Fortress 2, no big surprise.
You made this meme, didn't you?
And here's another asshole that deserves to be classified as one of the worst people to ever live. Meet Randy Stair, also known as Andrew Blaze. This fucking psychopath killed 4 people at a Weiss market and then killed himself.
Okay, we're back to deserving people on the list. What do you have to say about Randy?
And what is this all? Because Randy Stair is a rabid brony showing off his guns, and because of the fact that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is an overrated piece of shit. Presumably went fucking apeshit over the fact that there are people like me who hate My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, went on a shooting spree.
Boy, this is some CNN level misinformation. I've had to look into this topic myself, and the only connection to My Little Pony I could find was that he had it all over his wall. If anything, Danny Phantom, particularly the Ember Ghost squad he created, had much more influence than MLP ever did. This wasn't sparked from people who hated his Precious Pony show, but more off of real life incidents, particularly people he knew getting involved in car accidents around the same time. If you want a detailed video about the Randy Stair incident, check out Mr. Medicare's Internet Insanity episode on the guy.
I'm sorry, but I thought the bronies are supposed to be loving and tolerant.
You're honestly expecting an internet community with such a cuddlesome group presence to not throw digital riots over people. That is literally an impossibility.
The My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fanbase is just like the Muslim terrorists and black supremacists, killing people over the stupidest things.
Take note of the buzz term he uses, black supremacist. Trust me, terms like this among many others appear in each candidate for the list preceding Randy.
I love how the liberal retards would falsely accuse guns, video games and the Confederate monuments as the source of shootings, but when a brony goes on a shooting spree, the liberals stay silent and nobody bothered to boycott MLP Friendship is Magic.
It's always the frickin' liberals, never anyone else. Oh, and what damage would the boycott do in the first place? Bearing in mind that there is little to no correlation with MLP with Randy himself, let alone his shooting. How is a boycott going to hurt sales that much? My Little Pony is very profitable and people are still gonna buy it, including those brony fucks you like to mention.
No, wait, I take that back. All of the SJW and bronies praise this psychopath like a hero.
Every single damn one? Okay, right-wing BuzzFeed.
What the fuckingshit?
Did you forget to turn off your caps lock there, buddy?
If there's one news network that is considered to be the goddess of fake news.
You dumb bastard, the meme you're showing gave it away. And because his already clear grudge with CNN wasn't easy enough to guess, he proceeds to make more like nicknames for CNN. I am going to be playing the worst one he says here.
The liberal news network.
Implying that it is the only one. ABC, MSNBC, they're not liberal at all.
One of these dipshits that used to work for the Clinton News Network is Kathy Griffin. She had posted a photo up of herself with a phony decapitated head of Donald Trump just for, get this, comedy. Really, bitch?
Sick joke? Yes. Implications of an assault on Trump? Yes. But what if this really was comedy? This is a thing a ton of people on the right, especially this guy, seem to contradict. They slam a bunch of people solely off of their political views, akin to what they say the left does. Also, remember that they are not the offended ones when it comes to jokes. You sound an itsy bitsy bit offended over a Trump decapitation skit. I mean, truth be told, it is a tasteless joke, but you're getting riled up on it in the same fashion that a leftist would.
However, unlike the majority of liberal celebrities who got away with saying some of the most anti-American crap I have ever heard.
You must stand up for our American values, our flag, our eagle, and our castles known as McDonald's. Fuck yeah!
What a fucking cunt. The liberals must be crying now.
Frickin' skip!
Next is Gazi Kodzo.
Hi? Are you there? Don't hide from us. Just say it already. Oh, Jesus! What the hell is that image? Thanks for the heart attack, dickhead.
Gazi Kodzo. Or should I call him ungodly cockface?
If this is the edit you're using, he looks more like a pig than a chicken.
Is one of those raging black supremacists who I'm surprised that YouTube didn't shut this asshole's YouTube channel down.
Bear with me here. This is one of the only times this claim of something or someone being a black supremacist is valid. In particular with Ghazi's ideologies he carries in his social media presence and the music video he did hanging a white kid. You'd think we'd be okay here, but he instead lists off his evildoers known as the liberals to continue his rhetoric. Not to mention he implies that all black people are wife beaters at one point. Ugh, I've got nothing. Let's move on.
Coming up right now is a movie director who is the self-hating misandrist, Paul Feig or however the fuck you pronounce his last name.
Shame you didn't call him Paul Fag. With all the negative talk you've said about left-leaners, I'm legitimately disappointed you didn't rustle up their jimmies even further. It would help your point, really.
You may recognize this guy as the director of Bridesmaids, The Heat and Spy. Now this dumb fucking cuck.
Your points are already discredited for this whole inclusion. Say cuck unironically and your argument will be null and void.
Now this dumb fucking cuck will be remembered as the guy who not only ruined one of the most beloved movie franchises ever made.
Wow, you ruined one of my favorite childhood movies, which is near and dear to my heart, much like One Piece and Tiny Toons.
Oh, Paul, still sore by the fact that nobody likes that feminist SJW shitfest of a reboot known as the Ghostbusters 2016 movie. Still throwing in misandrist terms and accusing people who don't like your movie of being sexist, racist, or bigot.
The only people I know who did say that were those on the far left. Many people who do consider themselves to be liberal hated the movie, or at least didn't like it. While it promoted a progressive agenda, only their main targets praised gospel about the remake. And a few liked the movie just as the movie itself. No political influence whatsoever.
Guess what, Paul? I don't give a fuck on what you say.
Such angst.
In fact, your movie is such an epic failure and that nobody would buy that stupid ass movie, except uneducated, liberal children or retarded feminists who were the same fucking dumbasses that attacked the angry video game.
Wait, hold up. What the fuck is that meme? Let's take a peek at it. Feminists, this isn't about women. This isn't about misogyny. It's about our childhoods. You have the ghost whipping them off and... Actually, this is just pure autism right here. Not some anti-SJW spiel.
Your movies suck, Paul Feig, and so do you.
Dude, are you fuck? It so does you, uneducated swine!
Up next on the most detestable people of 2017 is the cornucopia of stupidity known as Black Lives Matter in general.
BLM in general. Doesn't this count as cheating?
Oh, BLM.
Bacon, lettuce, and man children. You are one of the latter.
Still killing police officers. And you're calling cops pigs in a blanket and threatened to fry them like bacon.
Perfect timing for me to make a bacon joke.
Still saying it's open season on crackers.
Guys, our target has been procured. Our sworn enemy. Ritz Crackers. We are the resistance. BLM. Hashtag Biscuit Lives Matter.
These biscuits is
Listen up and listen good. The Civil War is not going on.
You sure? BLM, among other worldwide issues, are leading to another possible civil war, combined with the already high amount of civil unrest in recent years.
Pull your heads out of your shit-covered asses.
Ooh, you're a racist asshole now, aren't you? Even barring this, your wishes will more than likely not be granted. Telling those people to stop is like me yelling at a child to shut them up. No doubt they are going to whine and holler louder than before.
I said this before and I'll say it again. I don't condone white supremacy and police brutality, but I also don't condone black supremacy and cop killings.
Good to know. Virtue signaling
ass bag!
Yet, you entitled, spoiled, rotten, gun-toting, cock-bashing, dog-killing, building-burning Montana Maxes.
Montana Maxes. Look, there's subtle references, and then there's furthering your Tiny Toon Adventures obsession. Mind you, this criticism is coming from somewhat of a fanboy of the show, and is using a character from it. Partly because I like the character, but also I believe he would listen to me. I didn't mean that second part, by the way.
I won't pay you $1 million, not $1,000, not $100, not $50, not a dollar, not 3/4, not 2/4, not a quarter, not a dime.
You're literally boring me to death. Next, contendant.
And now for another fucking retard who shouldn't have been let into the United States in the first place, whether legal or not. Enter Emmanuel Sampson, a Sudanese black supremacist and quote-unquote refugee from a third world, shithole country known as Sudan. This dumb fucking asshole thought it would be a good idea to shoot up a church at Antioch, Tennessee, killing one woman and injuring 7 churchgoers.
One bad guy in Sudan makes the whole country a shithole? Nice.
Had it not been for Caleb Engel and the police who stalked this big, dumb Sudanese asshole.
The nationality is very important to note, furthering your anti-black supremacist agenda, which you have fucking hammered in for the past 10 minutes.
Fuck you. He has mental illness. You can't be racist towards white people. He's a fucking refugee from Sudan. To anybody who's going to defend Emmanuel Sampson, fuck you and the technicolor ponies that you cuddle with.
Yeesh, at least in your point about Randy, he was at least a fan of My Little Pony. Now you're making this erroneous claim that Emmanuel's defenders are pony lovers. I mean, you just had to shoehorn multiple vendettas into one, I guess. I would talk about his honorable mentions, but I'm getting burned out just trying to tolerate this damn list. Therefore, I must skip over to his final pick.
And finally, we have the cream of the crap, the worst of the worst, the retarded of the retards, SJWs and liberals in general.
So we end out this worst people list with a summary of 90% of the people mentioned before. This is more of a cheat than placing the whole Black Lives Matter movement on here, knowing that they can be bunched into this bubble. Forget it, I'm literally skipping this whole section. It's a complete reiteration of what he said for the past 15 or so minutes.
And I conclude this video with the double middle finger salute to the people I have listed, and to say this: fuck Daddy Ode 5, fuck Michelle Carter, fuck Phantom Strider, communism, and fuck the dumb motherfucking deplorable SJWs that kissed their asses.
And fuck this dragged on, misinformed, unfunny, and borderline useless list. So, this was unwatchable. I was slogging my way through trying to think about this shit, and I know for a fact I missed so much here. That's the problem. You were uninteresting when it comes to your presentation, and God forbid I forget about all the anti-SJW tangents laced all over this crappy list. Only 2 of the 10 examples on this worst list have no connection to the SJW liberal cucks. Frick, sometimes I even think that all the contenders were placed here for some salty, overly political reasons. That's the biggest killer of this whole list. And your deluded ass didn't think this was a problem. And, as unfortunate as I am to have to say this, your list likely won't be my only visit to your garbage heap of a channel. I won't leave you under the radar for too long. I've seen your removal of comments, I've seen your inconsistencies, I see you cock-gobbling your own supporters through this pinned comment alone. These are some significant issues you'll need to take into account. In general, you want to be seen as some sort of internet outcast by talking about topics that have been treaded on for half a decade. And if you want to be seen as some serious figure in the scene, cut down your output of Speakonia copies. Dang, this video was longer than I was predicting it would be, so I better end it off here. This is Bracken Neutron signing out. My 3D title!